I just started the streaming, but I haven't hit it on Facebook yet.
Okay.
I
got you.
Go live as soon as this comes up. All right.
Get sound there. Sound effects.
Them old cheating songs sounded so good when it was you and me doing the cheating. How I laughed at your man when he tried to warn me about the hurt that was coming around. Now I tried so damn hard to be good, but it looks like I'm taking a beating. See, I know all your plans and I know who you're with, and I know where you both can be found. Well, I ain't for certain, but I got a hunch that I'm only hurting 'cause you beat me to the punch. If anyone's gonna wake up in a stranger's bed, I wish it was me instead. It was me instead. Now I'm driving around to the places where you and I used to meet. There's just one motel left.
Bottoms up, Monger Maniacs. It's the Beer-Mongers Sessions radio show. Show for craft beer, breweries, alternative sports, and of course, shenanigans.
Take off.
Streaming live from EBSN online.
It's the Beer-Mongers Sessions radio show.
Of drink, the queen of quench, Squiz, and as you guys probably have noticed, my co-host Spartan Biscuit is missing, and that's because he is in lovely Florida, soaking in the sun, drinking up the beer, probably riding some jet skis, working on his tan. We're going to try to Skype him in later. We'll see how that goes. Maybe we'll put him on the phone right now. We have a very, very, very special show for you coming up today. We have Jeremy, Steve, and Jim from the Springfield Beer Geeks, huge supporters of our show and just all around general cool guys. They've come up to Columbus to help me out and co-host this show with me, and I couldn't be more happy to have them on. We're going to be talking craft beer scene in Springfield, Ohio, which you wouldn't think there is much of a craft beer scene there, but you would really be surprised. There's some good bars, and of course Mother Stewart's Brewing. They've done a collaboration with Mother Stewart's, and it's gonna be a really fun show. We're foregoing beer news because I'm just so happy to have these guys on the show. I think once we get rolling with some of these shenanigans, we're not gonna want to stop for beer news, because after all, we only have 1 hour. That's right, 1 hour. So I'm just gonna do a quick recap of my week. If you're out there watching, you know it's March Madness week. The tournament started yesterday, and I don't know about you guys, but I've been watching. I spent pretty much all of yesterday in Harrison's on Kenny with my friends Dan and Jen, and of course Uncle Matt. Don't forget Uncle Matt. What's up, Matt? Love you. Drinking Naturdays, eating wings, and watching some basketball. My bracket's not too busted yet, but it's getting there. So and that's what I've been up. What's up, Turd? Gee, Rob, how's it going, man? Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. But you know what? It's been long enough. I know these guys, Springfield Beer Geeks, promised their public that they would be on, and we're running a little behind, just a couple technical snafus. But I just want to go ahead and bring them on in right now. So, fellas, I'll be right back. Guys. Hey, you're still talking. What are you doing? were out there watching the feed, and they thought I was still talking. So just file in out here. You can leave that door open, actually.
Too late. Excuse me, turn this up.
Yeah, you want to keep that down. Back.
You need your notes, Steve.
You might need my notes. I don't need your
Yeah,
notes.
you're on that mic.
Oh, we are? I'm sorry. Yes.
You're on that mic. You want to talk right into that mic. Jeremy, you're on this one. Get right up there. Yeah,
Get up
squeeze
to
in
it,
here.
dude.
Squeeze in here, fellas.
All right.
All right, where are we at? Here we go. Look at that. You guys are live
Good
right here
Lord.
on the Beer-Mongers Sessions radio show.
Your
I
head's
didn't know my
These
head
guys
was that
are-
big.
These guys are podcast versions. So here they are. Without further ado, we got Steve, Jeremy, and Jim. Welcome, fellas.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you. We're so honored to be here. My God. This is great.
Get right up on that mic.
All right.
Can't use your porn
Pretend the
voice here,
mic is a
Steve.
beer and just put it right up to your lips.
That's not what
I've got beer waiting on me over to Roland Tangi. So.
All right.
Yeah,
Yes,
so,
I'm sorry. Yes.
yeah, welcome, guys. First of all, everybody go around and introduce yourselves.
Okay, I'm Steve McInturf. I'm one of the beer geeks. I'm one of the administrators, but I'll hand it over to Jeremy.
I'm Jeremy Sellers, one of the admins of Springfield Beer Geeks, and usually noted for my, let's say, colorful check-ins of
Beyond
beers.
colorful.
Kind of the spokesperson because I have no fucks to give.
He's never short of words.
But you get enough beer in Jim here, he has no fucks to give too, so I'll bump it over to him.
Jim Mueller, also one of the admins and probably the mad scientist of the group.
Yeah.
That's
much.
fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, that is fair.
Look at his face.
So
Anyway.
let's start with a little background. When I say Springfield Beer Geeks, for everybody out there that's watching, and if you discovered us, you've probably discovered us through a Facebook group. Springfield Beer Geeks is no different, and that's how I met these fine gentlemen right here. How long has Springfield Beer Geeks been a thing?
What did we determine on the ride over
3
here,
years?
guys? About 3 years?
About 3 years or so.
Three and a half
Yep.
years.
Yeah, we were a spin-off of another group, and Tony Tucker, who actually founded us before he moved to Oklahoma, hit me up one night and he said, "Hey, look, I think we have enough interest in craft beer in the Springfield area to form our own group," and we jumped up on board with that right away, and hell, before we knew it, we had somewhere in the ballpark of 200-300 members, and we just keep growing and growing and growing.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So how does one become a member of Springfield Beer Geeks? You have to live in Springfield.
No, absolutely not. You just have to be a fan of craft beer. You have to be engaging. We did make it a private group, so you have to send a request to us. And that was simply because we had some douche holsters that wanted to get involved and tear us apart from the ground up. So we had to make it a closed group. But if you send us a request, one of the admins will look over your profile, and if you seem to have a love for craft beer, you're in.
Welcome.
Okay.
No dead bodies in your backyard
I have two.
that we can find.
I mean, you just have to hide them well.
Well, exactly. I mean, be creative.
So did you guys the three of you meet through the Springfield Beer Geeks, or were you guys friends beforehand?
Jim and I have been. We actually went to high school together,
Yeah.
and he and I have chewed up a lot of pavement in the fire service together. We were on the fire department together at one time, and we work for different organizations now. So that's how we kind of got started, and then Steve was introduced to us by the owner of O'Connor's Irish Pub down in Springfield, Ohio. Shout out to OC. As a fellow beer geek, and the next thing you know, we took the ball and ran with it, and now we're on a podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're having fun now. Yeah.
Well, I hope so. We did a little pre-gaming at the old Tangi River Brewery.
Yeah.
Great place.
Very nice place.
Man, those guys are
It's
awesome.
excellent. Excellent
You guys
beer.
enjoy, what did you have? What was your favorite thing you had over there?
Oh, God. The New England IPA. I can't think of the name of it.
Susie?
Susie.
Susie was good.
Susie.
I like Susie.
Yeah, that was very nice. Very juicy. Fantastic.
And I can take a different road. The Belgian Aloha. Man, I'm a fan of Belgian styles and anything tropical, and they combined the best of both worlds and threw them in a mixing pot and came out with that great beer.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Is that the one they described as Belgian?
Belgian.
Untapped describes it as Belgian. I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Not PG.
Something with a a lay over the top of it. And
Trevor Luther of Grove City Brewing just joined us. Thanks for watching, Trevor. Been trying to tell you guys about Grove City Brewing. You guys should get down there.
Yeah, exactly.
We've actually been discussing that. Just got to get our schedules together.
It might be on our way home.
Yeah.
I'm driving, so
don't tease.
I have plenty of gas money. Let's go.
Hey Trevor, if you see these chimokes in there, they're with me. So, do you guys have any kind of group activities? I mean, I know we hung out at one of the infamous bottle shares.
Definitely.
Try to do many organized activities with the Beer Geeks?
Bottle shares mainly.
Yeah, mainly bottle shares.
Just try to get together with whoever wants to come over, have bottle shares, talk about the beer we're drinking, just good times.
Okay. No meetup events or anything?
Not yet.
Not yet.
And I think it's because of our work schedules right now.
Yep.
Well, Steve doesn't work, but Jim and I are on opposing 24-hour shifts. So when we schedule a bottle share, it's hard enough to get us together for that. But we would really like to start reaching out and meeting more of the membership base, because there seems to be a core group of about, what would you say, 12 of us?
12 of us, 12, 13.
Yeah.
That always congregate when we have a bottle share, but we're up over, I don't even know what the last membership
About
is.
275.
275, yeah. So we'd love to meet those people sometime.
Well, I mean, they always show up if we have, like at Mother's when they, do a tapping. We see a lot of people there. They show up and come up and introduce themselves, and it's great.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of dovetailed right into the next kind of topic I want to talk about, which is,
You're welcome.
You guys, anybody in the group home brewers?
Oh, yeah.
Those guys over there. I'm the sous chef. I just,
Absolutely.
I stand back and I cut up stuff.
That's how this madness got
And
started.
himself. He likes to cut himself.
That's how this madness got started, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
How's that go?
It all happened by accident. I brewed my first batch in 2004 on my own. I did an English bitter, something real simple, and got lucky the first time out. And I thought, well, hell, if I did this good this time, let's just keep on going. That wasn't always the case. You don't always hit pay dirt when you make a 5-gallon batch, but you got to get back on the horse and ride again.
And
Right.
it is very much trial and error with that. You don't really know how it's going to turn out
Right.
No.
until it.
I know with me it was something I always wanted to dabble in, and then the more my dad and I started talking about it, the more we both started getting into it, and we've been states away for a long time, but we'd always have a common ground of talking about what beer we're doing, or if I'm doing another beer, and just started dabbling in kits, and then grew up from there. Started changing kits around to make them my own, and then Jeremy and I both graduated into all grain brewing, and just has gone skyrocket.
And then started collaborating, and I recommend that to anybody. If you got a good buddy that's got the same interest,
Absolutely.
collaborate, put your heads together, and you never know what kind of mad chemistry experiment you're going to come up with that totally blows the doors off of anything you've ever consumed before.
Abby says, "Hi, Dad." Hi, Dad. Abby Hawk. So, is that one of your daughters?
Not yet.
Hi.
Not yet. Okay.
I don't know. I haven't seen her.
Is there something I don't know?
It's probably,
Abby?
probably one of mine.
Okay. All right. I mean, I don't know. Maybe,
Hi, Abby.
hopefully. Hi, Abby.
How you doing, sweetheart?
It's a daughter we don't have yet.
Let's just say they better be at Scouts.
So you guys don't, with
Yeah.
the Springfield Beer Geeks, you don't have necessarily a home base, do you? Or do you?
I would say if we had to pick one, you can find a lot of us at Mother Stewart's in downtown. But Steve and I both have home bars, and actually you can find us both on Untapped. Mine's Germ's Joint, both with Jay's. He's got Son of a Butcher. Jim's home bar is now officially under construction.
Oh, nice.
And they're
It's a
full
fun
service.
name.
They're full service. So
Yes, we are.
If we have a bottle share at one of our places, and you like dive bars, I happen to have 2 turtles that live on my bar.
Yeah, barley and hops.
And,
Turtle.
yeah, barley and hops.
Like live turtles?
Live
Yeah.
turtles.
Yeah.
Live turtles.
Okay.
And then Steve's got Frank, the official mascot of
I do have
Springfield Beer
Frank.
Geeks.
Frank will lay on the top of the steps and check you out like a gargoyle.
Yeah,
but
he's a gargoyle.
he's a good guy.
He is a good
Yeah,
guy.
no, he's 80 pounds of happiness.
But we do a lot of our planning for bottle shares at Mother Stewart's. I mean, because nothing goes better with planning complete fuckery than beer.
yes,
Yes.
exactly.
I agree. Spartan Biscuit is checking in. He says SB in the house down here at Vero Beach in Florida.
Nice.
I'm a little jealous.
Vero, wish I was there right now.
Yeah.
All right.
You bastard.
It was snowing today. Thanks.
And then Cindy says, "Hi guys."
Oh,
All three of
hi.
you are
Hi,
bad-
honey.
Oh, it's nice,
She
Sandy.
says all three of you are a bad chemistry experiment.
Hey, and she married one of us. So
Yeah. That's-
Yeah. What does that say about you?
She's a brave woman.
So you guys brought some stuff for us to taste. You guys want to?
Oh yes,
Sure. Yeah,
definitely.
let's dig in.
Yeah, we
Let's
do.
dig in.
What's the first one?
Steve, you might be able to get around quicker than I can.
Yes,
I got
because
the
I'm
light blocking
smaller
me.
and more svelte. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well.
Why don't we do that disco dancer?
I was
Yeah,
going to
let's
say
do some
nimble.
disco.
Yeah.
Disco from Mother Stewart's.
Yeah. So we'll get into Mother Stewart's in a minute. We don't have a commercial break.
All right, let's see if I can do this.
But you guys have brought crowlers
Yep.
from your hometown.
Whoa, it's good.
Oh, hey there.
It's good.
It's
Yeah,
good.
Kevin Loftus was more than excited to fill a couple crowlers for us to bring over here. He was pretty stoked that we were going to be on the podcast today.
I want to get down there and check his place out. And maybe perhaps do a show from down there. And let me just do a little quick brief bio on what we're talking about is Mother Stewart's Brewing Company, which we'll get into more. You'll see the logo right there on the screen. We'll get into more of how closely associated they are with the Springfield Beer Geeks here in a second. They are located at 102 West Columbia Street in Springfield, Ohio. You can go to motherstewartsbrewingcompany.com to get more information. Their hours are Monday, they are closed. Tuesday to Thursday, they're open from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. Friday from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday from 12 p.m. to 11 p.m. and Sunday from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. So get up there and check them out. They do distribute. I've seen, if you're in the Columbus area, they do can packaging. I've seen a few of the cans around here. I know up at Barley House we do indeed carry them. I find that the wit is mostly the most common thing you'll see
Right.
around Columbus. I've also seen the IPA, the porter, and I think they have a red ale, but I might be mistaken. Don't necessarily quote me on that.
We won't.
So right here, we are drinking the Disco Dancer.
Yes.
Right.
Is that correct?
Yes,
That's
it
right.
is.
It is an IPA.
It's a
Yes.
New England IPA.
Comes in about
And he
7.5.
really nailed it down as far as New England IPAs go. It's juicy, it's hazy,
Amazing.
really smooth. He's planning on getting this one out in distribution in cans, as well as the next batch of Springfield Beer Geeks Double IPA. He showed us the label for that.
Get right up on the mic.
It's been approved, so look for that coming out. Our next brew day is April 9th, and our next batch of the double IPA should be available in the middle of May.
All right, we're going to jump ahead a minute because you just
That's-
mentioned it.
Okay.
So
do what you need.
Stewart's.
It's what happens when I do flights before the show.
No, you're okay. That's what, we don't have to stick to the roadmap. Like I said, we might have cover it. So you guys Springfield Beer Geeks have partnered with Mother Stewart's
Yes.
to brew a name-specific double IPA, Springfield Beer Geeks Double IPA. How did you guys get hooked up with Kevin over there at Mother Stewart's?
We're the first to admit that we were his harshest critics when he opened.
Sorry,
and
Kev.
he
A
knew
little
that.
bit.
He knew that.
Just a
Sorry,
little
Kev.
bit.
Sorry, Kev.
He understands now. He's our friend.
But what was it? Steve March. He caught us at the brewery,
it was around
Yeah,
March.
we just sat there and
and
he approached us there.
He came up behind us and he says, "I need to brew a beer with you guys. You guys are going to help me get out of my comfort zone." And hence was born the first batch of SBG Double IPA, and we've got a second batch that's still on tap right now. And then our third batch will be brewed April 9th, and it's going to have soursop, raspberries, and blackberries in it, and it's going to have kind of a fruit smoothie texture.
Another diaper.
It'll be another double IPA, and we're planning on getting this one out and about in can releases as well as in the tap room.
That'll be awesome. And I tried to do a little bit of history on Mother Stewart's. I couldn't
Right.
really find much out there. How long have they been around?
About 3 years.
3 years.
They took over the old Springfield Casket Company, which for any paranormal fans is haunted as hell.
Yep.
But
Cemetery right outside.
but it is a beautiful facility.
Fun times.
It's heavy timber construction.
Gorgeous.
Very rustic, very nostalgic, an integral part of the downtown area as a casket company as well as a brewery now.
You can actually see that behind us on the green screen there. When I was doing a little research, it's
Oh,
pretty beautiful. I mean, it's
there we are at the end of the bar.
a lot.
Looks like I've had a few beers looking at it.
So it's a lot bigger than I really expected it to look, and it looks like they also have a nice porch outside as well.
Oh, the patios.
Oh, the patio's
it's
beautiful. They
huge.
got cornhole. They got all kinds of stuff for people to do. Full-size Jenga. There's never nothing to do when you come to Mother Stewart's.
And you can
It's
send
fun.
out your little bastards with sidewalk chalk and draw all over the concrete. They don't care.
No, they have a great,
Very
great
family
concrete
oriented,
wall.
very family friendly.
Very.
Yeah, there it is. Look how pretty that is.
No,
The grass is not there anymore.
Oh, no.
I thought they were talking about bringing some of it back.
They were having trouble with soccer balls knocking pints over. Kevin was forking out some free pints, so that is now gravel.
So now we just have to put up with rocks.
So now
Yeah,
it's-
now they just throw rocks into the brewery.
Now it's soccer balls and gravel.
So,
No, it's a great venue for the city of Springfield. They have a lot of
Absolutely.
functions there. They had Clark State was there last night. They have the Downtown Business Association. They have weddings, receptions.
Bad movie
it's,
night.
high school reunions. Bad movie night, fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Great
Yeah.
night.
you know, yeah.
so obviously you guys, how did you settle on the Diva as your collab beer? Whose idea was that?
Well, we kind of met down in my little dive bar and started talking about stuff. And
Yeah, it was our best home brew.
Right.
We actually took a best of show at the Clark County Fair for it 1 year, and we actually derived 4 recipes in the original idea process, and the double IPA was the one he ran with first, and we also had an Imperial Stout, which kind of took a long time to get everybody on board with, but we now have that in the fermenter down at the brewery as well.
Yep.
And it's going to be insane.
Roasty.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question.
Okay.
Is it going to be obviously you're making a stout, but is it going to still be called Springfield Beer Geeks, or is this going to be an ongoing?
I don't think we've
recurring
settled on
series?
that.
name's a little bit up in the air.
Yeah, the name's still up in the air. And we're okay with deviating from the Springfield Beer Geeks.
Yeah, we're just happy to be down there brewing with them.
You put 50 dozen donuts in a beer with some chocolate, and then you throw in a rum barrel, a whiskey barrel, or a brandy barrel, and there's going to be some insanity come out of that.
Well, what kind of donuts? What type?
Glazed.
Glaze.
Just glazed donuts.
Yes.
Just plain cake glazed donuts.
Yep.
I can attest they were very tasty.
Yeah, me too.
So maybe not quite the 50 dozen.
Maybe
less.
40,
40.
49, 48. You know, if you're tearing them apart, you just got to do quality control.
Yeah. Are you guys thinking about maybe barrel aging this at all?
Yep. The 3 that Jeremy mentioned, and a 4th one, the maple.
Yeah, we're going
Some
to do a
maple
small
barrels.
batch maple syrup barrel.
Maple
Yeah,
syrup.
we just closed that deal last night, we hope.
No bacon.
Kevin can always change his mind. It's
And
his
and
brewery,
that's fine.
so-
We're good with that.
No bacon. Sorry, Steve.
But he is definitely in the
I'm
barrel
doing
aging
bacon.
several gallons in different barrels. So it's going to be like a series release. You'll start to see it maybe late fall,
Okay.
early winter
Okay.
this year.
I'm a huge barrel aged fan, so I will totally.
So are we.
Yeah, right?
We're waiting for whatever else he starts to think about throwing into the barrels too.
Yeah.
So we're hoping there's some cold brew coffee going in some of them or one of them. But yes,
Yeah.
it'll be happy.
Since you like barrel aged, we also have our batch 2 beer
Oh, yeah.
type. It is sitting right now in a tequila barrel. So we have a barrel of that.
Still
aging
waiting.
Look for that in May or
Yes,
June.
it is.
May or June to come out as a nice summer version of our DIPA that's on
Mm-hmm.
sale right now.
Barrel aged double IPA.
With a little
Tequila.
tequila kick to it.
Oh, I'm sorry, tequila barrel.
Tequila barrel aged.
IPA.
And we have no idea how it's going
Nope,
to turn out.
That's a complete experiment.
We just decided, what the hell?
That sounds pretty awesome, actually. And you don't really associate barrel aged with summer beers.
Right.
At all.
Right.
Well, I mean, most people don't. I'm not one of those people that drinks seasonally, so I'll drink a barrel-aged stout in July.
Well,
Yeah,
as you should.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
we're stout
exactly.
people all year round.
Yeah.
Does not matter.
So,
Yeah.
in addition to obviously your brewing, what would you say, other than the Springfield Beer Geeks draft? Because obviously you guys are biased because you made it. It's obviously probably your favorite one. What else is on tap at Mother Stewart's that you guys like? What is your favorite go-to?
Well, I'd say what we're drinking right now with
Disco
the
Dancer's
Disco
my go-to.
Dancer.
I love
Yeah.
Disco Dancer.
It's got a great juice to
one.
it.
Actually, his Kilkenny Red that just came out was an
Kilkenny was a
amazing,
nice sweet
amazing
malty
red.
happiness right there.
Nice.
They got Euro Nymph, which we call, what do we call it? Like a
very basic-
beginner IPA?
Yeah, very basic IPA.
Yeah.
But it is true to the style. It's very good.
Okay.
I like that. It's a good go-to IPA.
It's an attempt to get what was before non-IPA drinkers to start venturing down the road of,
Yes,
of IPAs.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found that the whole hazy craze has been a great gateway to get IPA drinkers
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
into it because it's more juicy.
And there's no overwhelming bitterness that you get in traditional IPAs, especially West Coast IPAs.
Yes, exactly. Hey, what's up, Joey? Cindy says she likes a bourbon barrel-aged porter.
Yeah, the
Yes.
BBA.
Yeah, BBA porter.
I mean, and for a barrel-aged porter, it's really not that high in ABV. I think it's coming in at, what, at 7.5?
Yeah, it's very subtle.
It's
like a
modest.
session.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's very modest.
Yeah, you can sit there and get happy and you don't know it.
Yeah.
So, the Fainting Goat, the double bock, that
was good.
that turned
Yeah,
out
the
well.
Fainting Goat
That turned out
was
well.
real
And the rum barrel aged version. I'm not a Doppelbock guy, but that is some tasty shit. That'll knock you on your ass too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things, a lot of the things you're sitting there and you're just drinking and all of a sudden it's like, oh my goodness, I have to go home. They
Drive past your house.
yeah, that's Avery did that to me. Avery Tweak did that to me. I'll admit it. I drove past my house. My dog was looking outside, waved at me, and I said, I'll be back.
Frank.
Yeah, Frank did. He's sitting in my chair, smoking a cigarette and looking at me as I drove by.
If he had opposable thumbs, he'd drive.
Well, I'm working on that.
He could be your DD.
Yeah, he's not that far away from it, honest to God.
Your own personal Uber.
Hey, he's a smart dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, in addition to being a craft brewery, the craft brewery in Springfield, which it's the only one in Springfield, if I'm correct, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. They have a lot of events, as many craft breweries want to do these days. One of those was an art show.
Oh, you're talking
Pie in
about
the sky, I've heard of.
me?
You. Yes, you. Steve.
Oh yeah,
Talk a little bit about
yeah,
that.
I do
Talk
draw a
about-
little bit.
Yeah, talk about, well, not only that, but just your art, your studio.
Um,
I mean, do they usually have art shows, or is it just because you're so awesome that they decided
Yes,
to do okay.
yes, yeah,
I mean, I
I-
assumed that. But
I'm one of the hidden talents in Springfield and Clark County. Yes, I am.
Keywords.
Jim, you're gonna walk home. No, this my art show was actually at Yellow Springs Brewery, and
oh, I fucked that up. That's on me.
no, we're gonna mention Yellow Springs Brewery. Don't worry about
It
it.
is coming up. Yeah, I
You're
totally
sweet.
fucked that
You're
one.
sweet. No, we wanted to give a shout out to Yellow Springs. By God, here we go.
Ownership is key.
Here it comes.
And like Jeremy said, if you don't tie my hands, I can talk.
You can use your hands, don't you?
Yellow Springs Brewery, I signed up for that a few years ago. But anyway, my show's up down there. I've got a handful of pieces that are up. It's going to be up till the March 31st. Pieces for sale, prints for sale. But as far as like Mother Stewart's, I have been approached about doing something there in June, I believe. And they will have an overall art, I can't even think what the name of it is, an art show in August. And they'll have multiple artists, very talented individuals coming into that. But as far as, my stuff, I've been drawing pictures since, I was 5 years old. So,
What's your primary medium? I mean, I know the people out there don't know. So talk to me about what you're working.
it depends. I mean, right now it's a lot of pencil. I was using Kona or Tech pens, but then I found out Sharpie markers work just as well. And I don't have to refill them. If they die, I throw them out.
Get another one.
Exactly.
If you want to see some of his amazing work, he did our logo.
Oh yeah,
there's a prime example.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right on
There
your
it
screen
is.
down there.
Oh yeah,
Steve
sunglasses.
is an amazing artist. I know I rib him a lot, but he is really
He,
good.
he did our swag designs too,
Absolutely.
from the online store. So yeah.
It's there. Thank guys. Never heard you talk to me so nice.
I want my
Don't
ride
get
home.
used to it.
It's because they're on camera.
Here's your $1. No, the Yellow Springs, they do a great job. They got a nice venue. Beer wise, everything else. I mean, I love Wobbly Wheel, but the art show down there is going to run till March 31st. Get down there, find some stuff. If you want anything, see me. But Mother's, June, I'll be doing some stuff there. But right now, it's a lot of pencil work, a lot of portraits of dogs, anything. I don't care.
Did you see Lloyd's busting her balls?
Who is it? Where?
Yeah.
Stop it,
yes,
Lloyd.
My mic isn't on.
Turn your mic on, Squiz.
I think it's on. Should be on.
Should be.
There's no two greater representatives in our organization besides the three of us that stand here than Lloyd and Josh Zimmett.
Yeah.
Those guys are awesome.
I think you're stepping on my time.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Your time's over, Steve.
It's not over.
Anyway, if you want to go to, if you're on Facebook,
Yeah,
that's
where
that's
can we
one.
find you?
Yeah, my site is on Facebook. It's Steve McInturf Studio. You can go and you can find numerous albums on all sorts of happiness there. That's where you can get in touch with me. Email is KDSTURFF. That's like in French fry. It can be. I don't give a shit. I'll draw whatever you want.
I
Yeah.
thought you were going to illustrate some of Germ's reviews.
That yeah, we're talking about that.
Yeah, we need a flip book.
It's we're talking about doing a blog, and every time he comes up with one of his colorful explanations of a beer, we sit and thought about it, and it's like, man, this could be fun. Going to be X-rated, but by God, we can do it. So I'm going to get with R. Crum and see what he does.
Do you do commissions?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
For those people
Hell
out
yes.
there, go check out his art. He's really insane.
Absolutely.
I try very hard.
Are you also completely self-taught?
Up to a point. I went to the Columbus College of Art and Design here in Columbus. Graduated from there, went down to Gibson Greeting Cards, worked at an advertising agency, and eventually made it back to CCAD, where I taught for 21 years. As I'm an associate professor, by the way. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. But now it's a lot of, I call it commercial fine art.
Okay.
Commercial fine art where I think I'm doing things that people might want to buy, but no, it doesn't matter. You know, you got a dog, you got a cat, you got a grandchild, you got a barn. I don't care.
I like when you post things online where you do the illustrations on bar napkins.
Bar napkins and I are very much in tune with each other. Yes, yeah, it keeps me quiet. It keeps me quiet at the bar.
I can see that.
Yeah, that's why you can get free art. Come, you see me sketching on a bar napkin, come, I'll give it to you. I don't care. You know, it might cost you a beer.
Well, yeah.
But anyway, yes, ma'am. I appreciate this. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank
I mean,
you.
You're super talented. Any chance I can get, man, we get to help out independent business, independent artists here on this show. We take it, we play all the music we play that before the show and the intros and stuff is all independent artists that we've met through life or through the show.
Okay.
So we're just all about that. I mean, even everything on my jacket here is all independent artists, independent businesses, breweries, and things like that. So I'm all about supporting that.
I'd have brought some samples we could have held up. But
We could have.
No, that's all right. Shut up,
Didn't
Jim.
think about it. But, all right, so
Anyway, yes, ma'am.
I fucked that part up. It definitely was not at Mother Stewart's. That's
No. It's going to be there in June. I think. Molly?
Is
Molly Loftus, is that true?
Molly?
Let her
Molly?
see
Is
if
she watching?
I don't know. She's probably teaching.
Lloyd says maybe a show from the Buckeye basement.
I'm telling you what,
That's a good place.
Steve and I have dive bars in our basement.
We do.
That dude has a 5-star. It looks like it came right out of a hotel lobby basement with nothing but Ohio State garb and a beer cellar that's a mile deep. It is a phenomenal place to go. They're very hospitable. When they invite you over, it's not a bottle share. They don't want you to bring anything.
Is this like a private establishment?
It is.
Oh,
It's,
yes.
it's a basement of a house.
Whoa.
Off of
That'll be
Shawnee.
$50
Is it Shawnee Lake? Is that where it's at?
Yeah, that'll be $50, Lloyd. For giving you props there.
A piece.
Or anything you brought back from Tampa.
Yeah.
Wooten's down. Wooten, you gonna bring back some stuff from Tampa? But,
He needs to. Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Way to go, man.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that's a
he's
bar
looking
napkin
over
drawing
at-
right there.
He's looking over at the head brewer over there. He's queuing up. You'll see some of Steve's art here in a second. Head brewer's queuing it up over there.
Just go to the albums. I did not draw my profile picture. That was a buddy of mine. But the Mother Stewart's cover, yes, that's her drinking beer. Oh.
Yeah, there you go. The one that you see there, not the profile, but the other one. That's,
Yeah.
Steve's the one on the right.
Yes, I am. Actually, it's a transformation. That's what I look like when I'm sort of straightened up, and the other side,
That's after beer.
yeah, fuck it, I don't care.
You need to quit talking about yourself. We're ready for the second.
Go for next,
Yeah.
more beer, more beer.
I really
Get on your
do-
job.
I really do dig your art style, though. And you mentioned Crumb earlier. It really is very Crumb-esque. If you guys head over to his page and check it out, he's really got a lot of Crumb influence there. He also does really great, just realistic portraits as well.
Yeah, it's I mean, I got some other stuff. I mean, it was called Steak and Chocolate Sauce, and then I've come into some soft and fluffy stuff. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it's okay. We've had whole beers dumped on this laptop before. It's fine.
If Jim hadn't shook the cooler up on the way in.
Yeah.
I didn't drive.
So you mentioned bad movie nights.
Yes.
At Mother Stewart's.
It's fantastic.
Talk a little bit about this. How does it go down? Do they set up a screen and everything, or is it just on the TVs?
They have an enormous screen at the far end of the tap room, and wherever they get these damn movies is beyond me. But it's like the stuff you used to watch as a kid on Saturday mornings, whether it's a bad Godzilla movie or Five Fingers of Death, which is exaggerated kung fu.
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
And that's what we do. We sit down there and we just. What?
Give me a glass.
You already got it.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm driving. You're not.
And it's just 2 hours of total Mystery Science Theater 3000 where we all sit around and we get a good buzz going and we criticize the movies and we laugh and we eat bad food. It's just a neat way to get some friends together for some meaningless fun.
So it's just everyone sitting around watching the movie and talk about it.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, it
You
is.
don't even pay attention to the script. The kung fu movies you watch for the bad choreography and
People dressed in dinosaur suits.
Yeah, oh my God, it's incredibly bad. How these movies ever made production is unbelievable. But
Exactly.
it's been it's actually taken off. He keeps getting more and more people down there for it every week.
Yeah, it sounds great. We have something similar here in town on Friday nights at Studio 35. It's literally the same thing, bad movie night, but it doesn't start until like midnight.
Oh no.
So by midnight, I'm usually on a Friday night. If I'm not working, I'm not making it 2 hours. From a bad movie. At all.
Joey's right. The Johnny Cash movie was horrible.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Johnny Cash movie.
Kevin,
It
that
was a
bad.
little. It was a little sad. He was playing his guitar though. I'll give him that.
What movie was it?
Oh, I can't. What the name was it?
Door to door.
Door to door murder.
Death or-
Door to door death.
He
Yeah.
was a serial killer or something.
Yeah.
And he preyed on stay-at-home housewives circa
Kinda-
50s.
What's that kind of little autobiography on his part?
I think so.
Oh, hang on.
I'm sorry.
Hang on,
I'm sorry.
hang on. I love
No,
Johnny Cash.
no, it was
Alright.
good. I'm good with him.
I don't think anybody knew this movie existed
No.
until
No.
we saw it the other
I
night.
didn't. I mean, I've read several books about Johnny Cash, including Cash by Johnny Cash.
Ronnie Howard was in this thing.
What?
Yeah.
Opie was
Little-
in
It was
this.
it was before Opie even. That's how small he was.
Like,
Yeah, he turned out to be a
And
hero.
Mel from Mel's Diner.
Yeah.
He was in
Yeah.
it. Yeah, he was in it.
Um,
Alice? From Alice?
Alice wasn't
Oh
in
my
it.
God, Alice that was a great show. Mel from Alice?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I was a huge fan of that when I was a small child.
Opie faked his own death,
Yeah,
Oh.
he did.
and he became a hero.
Okay. All right. If
Now-
anybody out there knows this Johnny Cash movie, because I'm not going to search.
Oh,
it
you got to
up
find it, folks.
right at this moment. Please send in the title.
It'd be 45 minutes of your life you'd never get back.
Yeah. Hey, I'll take it. It sounds like an awesome train wreck.
It goes better with beer.
It was perfect. Yes. Beer and Doritos.
Also, they have a market, right? Market
Yeah.
at Mother Stewart's, which
Yes.
is going on.
Their
2 days
weekend
now?
farmers markets, what they call it. A lot of area vendors come down, set up. I personally haven't been to it yet. Sorry, Kevin, but everybody that I've heard that have gone to it is just amazed by it. Go down, you can get a beer, you can get some food, enjoy the market. yeah, it's a good time.
No, it's. I mean, they have a lot of vendors in there that are selling, seasonal items. They're selling stuff that they've made. Oh, if you want cookies, they got 2 people in there that are making some ungodly cookies. But they've got maple syrup stands. They've got, and that's where he's getting, I think, the maple syrup keg. I think from the woman he was talking about. But yeah, it's fun.
Speaking of marketing, a little known fact: Steve makes great dog treats from spent grains.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, nice.
My dog loves them.
Nice.
I mean, the recipe is easy. My God, you get some spent grain, you get some organic peanut butter.
No shit.
I forget what else is added to it. Maybe an egg. I don't know. But it's one of those things. If it had sugar, we could eat it, no problem.
Yeah, I mean,
You could still eat it now.
I would still eat it. I mean,
Oh
it's
no,
probably not.
I've given it out as samples.
Yeah.
Maybe not on camera, but I
People bark a little bit, but they like it. They like it.
I mean, it is what it is. Door-to-door maniac.
Yes, that was
Who
the
was
guy.
that?
Your wife.
Who brought it up? Cindy brought it up.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Of
she
course,
paid it.
She is
good
my
for
movie
her.
aficionado at home. So
Yeah.
Good for her.
And he wasn't really a maniac. He was very
Civil?
subdued and civil and just kind of psychotic. He wasn't really a maniac. It was bad. It was bad.
Implies craziness.
Right.
And
He was just a little, unnerved about things.
yeah.
He got a little excited.
Or she said, or 5 minutes to live.
Either or.
But from what you guys have described, I'm guessing it's door-to-door maniac.
It was. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then they also have live music at Mother Stewart's as well, which I'm guessing they have a space, stage space. And
They got a very nice stage.
Same stage as where the movie screen is.
Okay.
Actually, it's huge. Yeah, it's very spacious.
And you name it, anything from rock to even the local guys that put on the Broadway shows in Clark County came down and did a show the other night that was phenomenal. It's a very wide variety of music and stuff that they do down there. It's something for everybody.
Wait, hold up, polka.
Oktoberfest is a riot. Yeah.
Yeah,
You get your
they
polka
get
music.
some fun people.
They do the wiener dog races.
Whoa.
Oh,
yes.
Whoa.
You've got to come for those.
Wait.
6 heats of wiener dogs.
Like live wiener dog races?
Yeah.
Like there's actual wiener dog races going on.
Well, it'd be hard to race dead wiener dogs,
Well, I
but
mean, I don't know if it's piped in from
You could,
another
but nobody would want
dog
it.
race or whatever.
no,
Like,
right on what is that? The boche, however the hell you pronounce that.
It's
They-
Bocce
yeah,
court.
the bocce court.
they clear that off, and they have 6 heats of wiener dogs, and then they have a championship round. And they crown the fastest wiener,
Oh my gosh, I love.
and everybody brings their wiener dogs, whether they're racing or not.
Yeah.
It's a field of wieners.
Oh,
A field of
all
wieners.
I love dachshunds.
I
They're
took
so
Frank
freaking
down.
cute.
He loved the wieners.
Mine just
Yeah.
died
You
in
know.
October. His name was Johnson.
Oh no.
I did a drawing of Johnson.
One nut wiener.
If we can find Johnson on the. Oh, well, never mind.
I'm gonna have to come down for this wiener dog race. It sounds
See,
like the
he
cutest
has.
thing ever.
Oh, he has all kinds of different venues that just attract everybody.
I don't care how big and badass you think you are. If you deny the cuteness of a wiener dog, you're inhuman.
Yeah. They are adorable, and like the fact that they have. So is there qualifiers to the wiener dog race? Or if you own a wiener dog, can you just sign it up?
I don't
You
think.
sign any dog up.
Yeah.
That's what the heat races are for.
As long as it's a wiener dog,
What was it? 6 in a heat they ran,
basically, yeah.
and the winner goes on to race the final shootout race.
Mhm.
And it's like a drag strip. They just run a straight line. They
And-
tackle each other, and sometimes they go back to their owners.
And then they just go for the one that went the farthest.
Yeah.
Boom. That was the winner.
Yeah, they
Wiener or the
actually
wiener
have to call
dog.
a winner.
Or the wiener.
The wiener.
Ah. Look at this guy.
High five. Yes, sir. Boom.
The
We
wiener
got
that went
you.
The longest.
The wiener of the wieners.
The wiener of the wiener dog races.
Yeah.
What did he have? He had like 1,500 people show up for this thing.
What?
Oh, it was just unbelievably crowded.
He's actually considering moving it to the green space across the street because
Uh-huh.
he had no idea he was going to get the response that he got from this one.
I mean, you had me at wiener dog race.
Me too.
It sounds adorable. I mean, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mark this on my calendar. That wasn't the. Now that's not. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's not the Spring Tucky Derby.
Nope.
No,
That is
that's
the
entirely different.
Kentucky Derby watch party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another race entirely. that Some people go
Yeah.
to, you know.
You probably don't want us to describe that one.
Well, you can.
You can if you like. We're
Sure
not
you
on
can.
FCC,
Go ahead,
FCC
Germ.
time.
It's a clusterfuck. So just go to it. You know.
Steve summed that up.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I'll be quiet.
No, you're not supposed to be quiet. You're
Oh
part
no,
of
no.
the
I'm
podcast.
sorry.
We're all
Yeah, it's
talking.
pretty
Yes.
bad idea to be quiet on a podcast.
I won't be. And I won't apologize anymore. So.
Yeah, quit apologizing. There's no apologizing on this show.
No, the wiener dog race. I mean, my God, I was exceptional. I mean, I was so overwhelmed as far as how many damn dogs over there. And I did take Frank down to it, and he wanted to adopt a wiener dog, but it was just, I mean, it was wall to wall people cheering on wiener dogs.
I mean, there's no way around it. You just laugh till you almost have to excuse yourself. It's hilarious.
Frank probably smelled all of the dog butts. Too.
He wanted to bring somebody home. He did.
Well, he is a bachelor.
Yes, he is. If anybody's got a white husky German Shepherd,
He's whoring out Frank.
Right?
Frank's got he's got powder
I'm at a
blue
Beer
eyes.
Geek show. He's pouring out Frank.
He's looking for somebody, you know.
Where did we take
What?
that side turn here?
No, this show is just completely.
If you can find a picture, of Frank, we'll put that up, okay?
God.
He
Sorry,
probably could have. I could have found a picture of Frank.
that's okay.
We could have.
He found my studio. He can find my Facebook. The man's a
Yes,
genius.
That's true.
He is.
the head brewer of this
You may
show.
stay away from that one folder, though.
Yeah, that,
What?
oh,
The one that says shh.
the forbidden folder.
Yeah, it's just got a.
Yeah.
Peanut butter boxer and blonde.
Oh.
Stay away from that.
That's not mine. That's not mine.
Free hugs.
Free hugs is mine.
So what is Spring Tucky Derby? I mean, is that a Kentucky Derby watch party?
I've never been there, so I don't know.
Okay.
I cannot speak of it.
Okay.
I know what it used to be.
Kevin?
Kevin?
What is it?
Kevin?
I don't know. There he is.
There he is.
That's
I
Frank.
can't see him in a second. I lost my train of thought 'cause I saw Frank.
Spring Tucky
He's
Derby.
adorable.
Spring Tucky Derby.
Yeah, Spring Tucky Derby. I'm guessing from what I read about it, it's a Kentucky Derby watch party, and I don't know about you guys, but Derby or Triple Crown season is one of my favorite sports seasons of everything. Like
Yeah.
Right now we're in the thick of NCAA tournament season. Man, I love me some Triple Crown season.
I won the
Damn.
pool at O'Connor's last year. That's why I like it. I came out $160 richer.
Really?
That's amazing. Max,
We didn't get any.
It was only a $20 buy-in.
oh, hey, win-win, win-win-win.
Jim, did you get a beer out of that? I didn't.
I didn't even know about it.
See, there you go.
I'm sheltered.
Now we know.
I'm sheltered.
Now we know.
So speaking of O'Connor's.
It's probably at work.
Speaking of OCs,
OC, baby.
OC. O'Connor's. We were gonna bring up craft beer scene in Springfield and where to go. What's going on in Springfield for craft beer scene.
O'Connor's.
And as a member of Springfield Beer Geeks, I have yet to get out to this place, but I see people tagging it all the time, and I believe the owners are part of the group as well. And they're always sharing in O'Connor's Irish Pub.
Yeah, Tina's instrumental in letting us know when something new goes on tap.
Absolutely. They run a very good social media campaign to get everything out that they put on tap whenever it's new.
Their tap lines are cleaned every Monday.
Yep.
Their rotation is awesome. If there's a good beer that goes on tap, you better get in the first couple days,
Yep.
or it's going to be gone. Yeah, I can't take that away from them. They really embraced us craft beer lovers, not just us as Springfield Beer Geeks, but craft beer lovers across the Miami Valley. And they always make sure that they keep us informed when something new goes on tap, or they'll even send us a text message to let us know what's going to be on tap to watch out for.
Yep.
And it's definitely a hot spot that if you're ever in the area, you definitely need to get down and check out.
I mean, on top of that,
And the
it's
food's good.
Yeah, the food's great. It's a nice place. They got a great patio. They have a lot of entertainment that they do. My favorite, especially the upcoming crawfish boil on
nice.
April 6th. It's
Yeah.
absolutely phenomenal. Joe does an amazing job with that.
Eat your weight in mud bugs.
I do not miss it. They're wonderful people, wonderful place.
I mean, I saw last night they tapped with that Muller Brew Barn. Was it the
As I was walking out the door.
Semi-relation.
semi-relation. It's a salted caramel coffee ale. Salt my notes. It's right there. In the same picture, I also saw they had the Baltic Argonaut from Warp Wing on. So, you know, I feel like if I lived in Springfield, I would just basically live there.
About a third of my paycheck goes to the condos. A third goes to Mother Stewart's, and then the rest I pay my bills with.
Yeah. And then they have, their menu, again, I looked at their menu today, today and yesterday when I was doing show prep. They have just an amazing menu. They have prime rib on their menu. And they have Scotch eggs, which, who's making a Scotch egg at home, right? You're going out.
Wait a minute.
Buy a Scotch
Your buddy over there just
Wait.
I freaking love Scotch egg.
Did he just
Somebody needs
Did
a
he
moment.
just pass out there? I mean, my God.
Screw beer. Give me some Scotch egg.
Damn it.
If anybody has we got a spare bag at
The man had a moment over there, so
Yeah,
yes.
but it's like here in town, we have Mac's Pub here in town. That's where I like to go to get Scotch eggs, but it's such a labor-intensive food that if I see it on the menu at a restaurant, it's like, well, I'm clearly going to order that because I'm not going to make it at home. Unless you're cooking for a large crowd. Hard boiling eggs and then wrapping sausage around it, sometimes with bacon, battering, deep frying, very labor-intensive process.
And you can even go off the
I'll make it for you
reservation
next
on
time.
the menu. What do you say?
I'll make it.
Frank?
There he is. There's our mascot.
It's Frank.
Steve Feedham is
Lady,
the boy,
he's
and
single.
He is single, ladies. My
You could have picked a better
boy
that was
wants.
good.
He needs a woman. He's before he gets too old.
In next month's Play Dog.
Play dog. GQ dog. He's going to be front cover, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
He's very cute.
Yeah, he
You forgot
comes.
Steve's phone number on that.
Yeah, please. Frank does not have a number, so I will.
Just message Beer-Mongers.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll get you in touch with Frank with no problem, and we got to have a meet and greet first, whether it's coffee or beer. So.
He is a very good guy.
Oh, he's a great guy. He's a good guy. Yeah.
Things I never thought I'd see on Beer-Mongers.
Right?
Hey,
Frank.
Come on.
anything on here.
There's a picture of him having a beer somewhere in there. So, no, Frank's a good guy. Anyway, back to what were we talking about? Scottish eggs. Yeah, which
Scotch
worked
eggs,
right into Frank and back and forth. Yeah.
Back in. And then we got. They also have this roast beef hot shot, which is like
That's really nice.
over mashed potatoes, which sounds freaking amazing.
It's an old fashioned thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't go wrong with a good Reuben sandwich.
Oh, their
of
Reuben's
course.
good. Their Dublin dip. Dublin dip sandwich is amazing.
Dublin dip. Is that a French? Is that like a
Basically a
French,
French dip, yeah.
French dip?
But you get a whole one and eat half of it, take the other
Yeah,
half
it's
home.
huge.
Yeah. That's,
And then you mix it with eggs the next morning.
yeah, open face, and then maybe crack some.
Uh-huh.
Some
Yeah.
greasy eggs.
Just eggs, put it in there, stir it up. It's great.
I love it.
It's good stuff.
And then of course they have wings. As you guys know, I love wings. Today was day 4 of me eating chicken wings and French fries for lunch, and I'm gonna try to keep that streak going as long as I can until I get sick of wings and fries.
You did it.
By next week.
Yeah.
You did a great job, though. She's a clean plater, folks. Yeah, she is.
I left some fries there.
Nah.
They were the little stubby.
You got to leave fries.
So other than
Yes.
what we have discussed here, O'Connor's and Mother Stewart's, is there anywhere else in Springfield that you could recommend for the craft beer aficionado? Whether it's a bar or, just anything that you think people that like craft beer would like.
Guerrera's Tacos doing good.
I was thinking of those guys.
Yeah, Guerrera's Taco, a smaller tap list. They do have some good IPAs and some good beers on tap. The tacos are to die for in town. They are definitely a hidden treasure when it comes to that.
Yeah, you're not going to find the regional swill on tap there.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
They do some good stuff, but unfortunately, the culture is very limited in Springfield. So we kind of hit the highlights. When we want to go somewhere outside of Springfield, it's either Dayton or Columbus. We come over to Columbus.
Brew Fountain.
I was just going to say, I know you guys are huge Brew Fountain fans.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely.
What's up, Jeremy?
Fitzy
All
and them
right.
guys.
Yeah, we got
Fitzy.
Fitzy, Brian, Adam.
Sexy leprechaun, you.
Let me get a shout out to Brittany. Give me some more. Adam.
Yeah,
But
Brian.
Yeah, Adam,
no.
Brian.
Come on.
Brian,
The whole crew, man.
You walk in,
Tracy.
Tracy, they just, I mean, you walk in, you feel like, you know, they love to see you, and they actually do.
They do.
I miss
And
you guys.
that's the great place.
Oh, you forgot Beth.
Beth. How can you forget Beth? Well, she's so little.
Man, she is tiny.
But she's fantastic. We go down to the Barrel House with Gus and Sarah down there at the Barrel House. My God, I mean, that's a fantastic
No
little
two
tap room.
nicer people in the craft beer.
Gus
game.
No, they aren't. I mean, it's
Sarah.
Gus is the man.
You know.
That's Barrel House in Dayton.
Right.
Barrel House in Oregon District.
Oh, I've heard good things about
Yeah.
that place.
Very
It's-
welcoming, very laid back atmosphere. If you could take a coffee shop, except sell craft beer, boom, you've got the Barrel House.
And it is. I mean, he's got, what, 20 taps going on to if you can't decide, he has a little piece of, it's dice, and it has 20 numbers on it. Roll the dice, whatever number comes up, you drink that. You drink that shit.
Wait.
Okay, yes.
I play Dungeons and Dragons regularly.
Well, this is-
But
okay,
I
there you
play
go.
Dungeons and Dragons in a campaign that where this is the penultimate battle against the Cthulhu we unleash on this unsuspecting
Uh-huh.
world. We're finishing this. We're either gonna die or it's gonna transfer over to our next. So he's got a D20 that you roll
Yes.
at the Barrel House.
Yes.
You can't decide on.
If you can't decide, just pick the dice up, throw it, bang, whatever number comes up, boom, I'll drink that.
I like that.
And if you want a bottle off the shelf,
Oh yeah, that's the other fun thing.
He takes it back. They have an instant bottle chiller. He can chill the bottle for you. Pour it
Or if you
back.
have a high level mage that you need to roll for for health or something, roll that too. You know.
The dice is very versatile, yes, sir. I mean,
Oh, I like
it's
it.
whatever
I
you
like
need.
it. Yeah, next time I'm down that way, I'm gonna stop in there, and I'm just gonna roll the D20 because good D20, man.
And the other fun thing, if we're giving shouts out, from Gus's place, you look out his front window, you see Warped Wing. So you just go up, hang a quick, left, boom, there's Warped Wing. I mean, it's just that whole little area down there. Yeah, I mean, if you can get down that way, Warped Wing, Toxic, 5th Street, Branch and Bun. I mean, it's just
I've heard good things about Toxic as well. I have yet to make it down.
that's a fun place.
Have a driver.
Yes.
Those boys are serious. Those boys are serious.
Yes, they are. They are.
Since Spartan's in Florida, I want to give a shout out to my buddies down at the Social Lounge in St. Augustine. I know it's on the opposite coast, but he only serves Florida craft beer.
Okay.
Nothing from the outside. And he also serves Florida organic wines.
Okay.
Stop in there and say hi to Scott. Tell him I sent you. And be prepared to hear a lot of stories.
So Vero Beach, what part is that? I'm sorry.
I don't,
East or
I'm not
west?
Made of maps.
I don't know.
I think it's
Jeremy?
Side. I think Jerem's googling it.
It's been a long time since I've been to Vero.
I was going to say, if you make it over to the Siesta Key side, Sarasota, you've got Calusa, you've got Three Keys, you've got Brew Life, Motorworks. Yeah, keep me going.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Big Top, Darwin. Yeah.
My favorite Florida brewery is Idle Hounds. It's up in Fort Walton Beach, Destin area.
What was that one?
Idle Hounds.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's solid.
I will put it on my
It's
list.
up near the Great area. I mean, that's Panhandle, so
Oh.
Florida is like huge.
Vero is south of Indian River, so it's on the east coast.
Okay.
Uh,
So that's about a 3.
Actually, from where Spartan's at right now, would only be about a 2-hour drive up to the breweries in Daytona and St. Augustine, which they are plentiful.
And about a 3.5 hour across the Siesta Key.
yeah. Florida's a giant state. Man.
Oh, it's
Oh my
it's
God.
And it's
it is.
giant for breweries right now too.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really happening down there.
They really have a good craft beer scene going on down there.
No, it's a fun little place.
Yeah. So all right. Well, it's we're coming on to the tail end of this. It's gonna be the last call.
Oh, that's sad. That's
What are
sad.
we drinking?
We're done. This was Beer Geeks.
Yeah, this is the Beer Geeks. I still have the Beer Geeks that I'm nursing here.
It's beer. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go around. Let's go around the house and just do a last call. Any last shout outs that you guys want to give out? Let's start with head brewer over there. You got anything?
Yes, sir.
I have absolutely nothing going on, so I'll pass. But
Excellent.
thanks for asking, though.
You're here.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm alive. Where am I?
You're right there.
No, but thank you very much, guys. And it was a lot of fun having you guys in. You guys got to do it
Appreciate you
again.
having
Oh,
Sure.
no. Appreciate it.
Soon.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Steve, what you got?
I don't know. I don't know what to end with.
don't know what to end with?
No, I'm like Jeremy and everybody else. And Jim, when we, you told us, asked us if we're going to come over, it's like, are you shitting us? Really? Oh my God. Yeah, let's go. Let's go have some fun. Let's talk about beer. Let's, see Squiz again. And
That's why we're all really here, is just see Squiz, right?
well, no, I didn't want to puff her up too much, but yes,
Stop it.
we came to see you. But no, coming over and talking about our local places, Mother Stewart's and the places north of us, Brew Fountain, Roundhouse Depot. Did we talk about Roundhouse Depot? Roundhouse Depot. I'll give a shout out to Roundhouse Depot.
Do it.
All right, Ron, Kathy, Troyer. Ron and Kathy, they've got, what is it coming up? A year anniversary? They haven't even been open for a year yet.
Fucking mad chemist.
Oh,
They haven't even been open for a year.
and they
Wow.
are knocking shit out of the park. It's fun to go up there. Ron's happy to see you. Kathy's happy to see you. They're all happy to see you. But the idea of what they're doing, Ron is fearless, and Kathy, she comes up with recipes. It's just fantastic. It's a great little brewery they're going to go big places. But Brew Fountain, like I said, if you haven't been up there, go up there, swing a left out of Brew Fountain, get off your dead ass and go there. Have fun.
Jerm, what you got?
I've given my shout outs to everybody. Get a hold of us.
Oh yeah, please.
Send us a request to join the group.
Exactly.
If you're not a complete douche
Please.
you can be in the group. And,
Flute,
and
Don't be a jackass.
yeah, don't be a jackass, and let's get together. Let's talk beer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And enjoy some good beer.
And if you're oversensitive to descriptions of what we have in beer,
Yeah, it's not close.
take it with a grain of salt, man. We're
It's
just
all in
we're
good
just talking about it's all in good fun.
You guys are good people. I mean,
We try.
yeah, you are. I can attest to that.
Roll it, Jim.
Your turn.
Honestly, the Mongers for having us here, especially Squiz.
Mm-hmm.
Are the people we already talked to, OC, Mother Stewart's, Brew Fountain, everybody that has basically made us lushes over the past years.
And puts up with our shit.
And puts up, especially the OC, putting up with my crap. And my family who puts up with my liquid hobby. To you guys.
Exactly.
Nah, man. Like Jeremy said, give us a holler. We'd love to have you. Love to meet you. Love to drink with you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Joey says he's going to have to get a Kilkenny now.
Well, he has.
Twist.
Worse things have happened.
Bring one home. You're right around the corner.
Joey's going to have to get 1, 2, 3 other Kilkennys.
Queue up 3 more of those.
Yeah,
He's
Joey.
rich.
Yeah, he's got a job. Fuck, let's go. Let's do it.
This has been awesome.
No, this is fantastic. We appreciate
This
it.
is the funnest I've had as a beer geek.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, guys. Well, we got to take this out of here, and of course, my last call is going to be to thank you guys, you fine gentlemen, and Springfield Beer Geeks in general for putting up with all of the Beer-Mongers bullshit.
It's all been great.
We totally appreciate it. You guys have been one of our biggest supporters as a group since we started. Since I don't even remember how I found you guys.
Just by pure accident.
Yeah, pretty much pure accident. Just craft beer groups in Mid-Ohio.
It's kind of like a car wreck. Stop, look at
They
it
say
again.
There's no happy
Oh no, exactly.
And I mean, I just hit join, and you guys accepted me, and then we kind of became friends.
It's great.
It's been pretty freaking rad. I also have to give the obligatory shout out to all of the rest of the groups that let us share our shenanigans into your timelines, and that would be including but not limited to Columbus Craft Beer Consortium, Pints Templars Ohio Chapter, and Craig Simpson. Thank you so much. We got Beer Label Society, Wayne Millard, Brew Illuminati, Northeast Ohio Craft Beer Community, Ann Arbor Craft Beer Group, Canton Craft Beer Community, just everybody out there that puts up with our crap. Thank you so much. We couldn't do it without you. You're our audience, and we thank you so much. This has been Squiz, and I'm here with Steve, Jerm, and Jim from the Springfield Beer Geeks. Springfield, that too.
It's easy for you to say.
That's how we end up pronouncing it.
Yeah, we usually do that. You can say SBG and we'll understand.
From the Springfield Beer Geeks, I am Squiz. I'm here with the head brewer, and for Spartan Biscuit, who is in Florida riding jet skis. Will cheers.
Loser.
Excellent. Hi, Frank. Yes. Damn right.
Awesome.
Man,
Look at
that's